Okay. Councillor Denise, please.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I would really like to support this, but I won't be, regretfully. Just insofar as I need to take a great deal of comfort from the CEO's words that we're not finished the efficiency drive. It's a work in progress, and that Sue Tinder will be looking closely at the balance of how we spend on staffing. So I've noted those things down as we all would have mentally, if not written. And I look forward to making good on those comments, as has already happened over the course of Stephen's tenure. But I would ask, just in terms of needing that that degree of comfort around here, I realise that this is providing some structural direction, and I'm uncomfortable with that because what we're looking for is the wider, broader outcome. How you do it, Stephen, is not within the auspices, I think, of our roles. But when will you next report? So if we need some concrete feedback here, what is and when is the next time that you can come back to us with the wider body of work that you're doing?
So look, what we would propose to do with the work that, for example, that Sue is leading is we will complete that. We will make decisions about how we deploy what we find, and then I would be putting that in the appropriate update to the CEO review committee, because that's where I report on how am I going against the things that are important to the council to think about. And Matthew's just reminded me too. I mean, there is an overall fiscal cap imposed on, because the budgets are set through your governance process. And they are effectively, they create caps across the categories of spending that we've got. So it's not as if we're operating without financial discipline that comes direct from the governance group on behalf of ratepayers.
Can I suggest, Mr Mayor, that when you are reporting in the context of the CEO review committee on this particular topic, wage and salary, staff budgets, that you specify and inform all councillors. Not everyone's on that CEO review committee.
Although all are welcome.
Yeah, all welcome.
They're all welcome, and yes, we get agendas, but given that it's come in this context and it is of importance, that be particularly highlighted to councillors that you'll be using that committee meeting to address it.
Yeah, so through you, Mr Chair, there are a couple of, there are some meetings during the calendar that are recognised as quite formal meetings where I do provide a written report. That's the agenda to look out for people who aren't committee members who may well want to come and have some interaction and discussion with other council colleagues at that time.
And I'm asking for that to be specifically communicated for that particular committee, so we have concrete communication.
That's fine.
Mr Chairman, the visibility that is being sought, I think, is a reasonable request, and I will undertake as chair of the CEO subcommittee review that when we are formally looking at reporting back on those operational efficiencies that are relevant to the proposal that we have here and other factors, that they are well signalled to all council members, and I would welcome and encourage all council members to attend.
Yeah. Can I have Councillor Ross, please?
In the light of the living wage was a dead duck and will probably still always be a dead duck here, I would like to congratulate the Chief Executive for the implementation of the remuneration policy where he has been working to uplift the wages of our lower tier, because this is really important in order to keep people living in Auckland that are going to do the less desirable jobs. So congratulations.
Right, Councillor Kim, write a reply.
Well, Mr. Mayor,
sorry, hang on, Councillor Kim. Councillor George, I didn't hear your normal cry for acknowledgement.
No, well, anyway, I don't think I can actually support the motion up there, Councillor Brewer. But I must say that you have...
Not enough for you, George? What do you want, 800 mil?
You've been unstinting in your desire to see this issue of staff costs and staff numbers brought up time and time again. And I think I saw something where the Chief Executive was talking about giving it some public exposure. Was that for the public, or the numbers and the cost of staff? Was that?
Well, he does that
Well,
quite regularly.
we report that, 6 monthly, and various councillors enjoy commenting on those numbers each time we release them.
They keep
Well,
going north.
but it has been
going north.
Including yourself, George.
It has been an issue that has kind of rolled on since the start of this council, and I think that if I can recall, the numbers of the total quantum of the salary bill was a lot less than what that figure is up there at the moment. But there may be some issues there in relation to how we count and what we don't count. But I'd like to get a handle on what is the profile of our staffing numbers and costs since day one, so that we can kind of do some comparisons and just see what is happening there. So it'd be good if that could happen.
We give you those numbers and you debate them as part of the 6 monthly report to 31 December through Mr. Chair, and again at annual report time. So there's nothing hidden there. You get everything. We've done the salary bands, we've done the mix, and we're doing more work, and we're going to share that with you. So the CEO review committee, all of those meetings take place in public, so they're not public excluded meetings. It's all on the public record.
Okay, now I've got Councillor Cam to finish.
Oh, Mr Mayor, well, a couple of comments. One, yes, some of us do comment on the staff numbers as they come out in our annual report. And why do we do that? Because historically, year on year, they have continued to go up. For example, in the last annual report, we employed another 518 people, and now 1,780 earn more than 100,000, up 280 people. So every year I have this debate with management. Every year I'm told I'm micromanaging, but I am debating here a top-line budget of nearly $750 million, where other
per year
resolutions and amendments are talking about $158,000
per year.
And so I don't think that a $721 million per year budget is micromanaging. What that is frozen, and that is for management to decide how that gets apportioned. And so, I don't appreciate that, but what I do look forward to is that in the annual report that these numbers start turning around. I remember being assured 3 or 4 years ago that the place was as tight as a drum, was the lexicon used, and no further reductions or efficiencies could be found. And so it is time for these annual report, these audited numbers for 14-15 coming out in September or whenever, for them to actually start turning around. Otherwise, you're right, some of us might go out and comment on these numbers. The best way to stop that is to actually deliver on what the public is wanting, and that is for the huge growth in numbers and in salaries, and those earning over 100,000, 200,000 to actually start slowing down. To date, I've been raising this every year for 5 years. I'm sorry if talking about a $750 million budget is micromanaging. Others would think that is actually key governance to set that budget with confidence.
Okay, Councillor Linda, he actually sort of closed it.
Oh, okay, sorry, fine.
Is that all right?
No, I was just going to... It's all right, I'll speak with my vote, Mr Chairman.
Beauty. All right. Okay, well, I'll move that. All those in favour?
By division.
By division, right.
I hate these sort of things because
Your Worship.
No.
Councillor Anai.
No.
Councillor Brewer. Councillor Casey.
No.
Ashmore,
No.
Councillor Clow,
No.
Councillor Cooper,
No.
Councillor Darby,
No.
Councillor Filipaina,
Against.
Councillor Fletcher,
No.
Deputy Mayor Hulse,
Against.
Councillor Crum,
Against.
Councillor Lee,
Aye.
Councillor Penrose,
No.
Councillor Quacks,
Yes.
Councillor Stewart,
Yes.
Or down the back
Murray,
street.
No.
Member Wilcox,
Kia ora.
Councillor Sir John Walker.
No.
Councillor Wayne Walker,
Yes.
Councillor Watson,
Yes.
Councillor Webster,
No.
Councillor Wood,
No.
Oh, come on, George. It was just about a recount.
Back to standard.
Grand coalition.
Yeah, recount to make sure we didn't get it unanimous.
17.
Very good, Cam.
6:17. Getting there. By midnight, we'll have a
Yep.
in Parliament.
Right, it was lost 6:17. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
Right,
Mayor.
it's my pleasure, Cam. I think we'll have a bit of a break, pit stop, and 3 o'clock restart.